If you've been looking to grow your e-commerce business, this is the most important scaling framework you will ever learn. Every detail from going from 0 to 7 figures in revenue and then to multiple 8 figures in revenue will be broken down in bite-sized action steps using this framework. This will be an ongoing series, so make sure that you follow along to make sure you don't miss out on the framework I've personally used to generate more than $150 million. Today's video is going to be a brief overview of what I call the VLOS system and how the system differs between $0 to $10 million in revenue and $10 to $100 million in revenue. So this is the exact system I've used multiple times to build multiple 7-figure e-commerce businesses. It's basically broken down into 4 simple steps, very digestible. The V stands for validate. This is where we want to validate potential products. We want to make sure that we're not spending tons of resources bringing things to market that people don't actually want. Once we're finished validating that we want to run a product, we are going to go to the launch phase. This is where we are going to do everything in our power to do a big, explosive launch and make sure the world knows about this particular product. Once the product's launched and we're out of that honeymoon phase that you get when you have a new product and people are all interested in it and you have to get down to the day-to-day stuff, this is when we start optimizing the product for continued growth. You know, things like I've got this blacked out or yellowed out here to not reveal everything just yet, but optimizing things like making sure your upsells are optimized to drive maximum AOV, increasing your average order value, conversion rate optimization on the PDPs, the landing pages, etc. Just making sure that your offer is really dialed in and you have all the different elements to cater to all the different types of people and the levels of awareness to make sure your product is a hit. And then finally is the S for scale. This is where we are going to maximize the output from different ad channels through spending more money, making sure that our unit economics and everything makes sense, and figuring out where we want to be in terms of how much revenue we generate on the first sale, how much we generate in LTV, and then maximizing our spend on the different platforms so that we can grow this business as big in the most efficient way possible. So those are the 4 pillars that I use with for building e-commerce businesses, and they specifically are tied to individual products. So my whole thesis on e-commerce is that your business is driven by hero products, and your lifetime value is where you generate majority of your profits. So a business that's looking to go from say $0 to $1 million or $0 to $10 million, the playbook is generally fairly similar. We're looking to do this system with an individual product, and generally you're able to do that. You can have secondary products which are designed to bring up your lifetime value, but the focus here is how do we maximize an individual product? And then when you get to wanting to break through that $10 million a year barrier, typically, unless you have a crazy product with a massive TAM or a total addressable market, you're going to need multiple hero products to drive your business. So once you get to 10 million plus and you start introducing secondary hero products, you're going to repeat this process for each of them. And that's going to allow you to have multiple entry points into your business where you can acquire new customers, ideally profitably, but if not very close to profitably, and give you multiple legs for your chair to sit on to make sure that your business is stable and can continue to grow to 8 figures and then potentially 9. But this is video number 1. Look forward to a bunch more on this series. Next step is I'm going to break down the validate stage. So make sure you subscribe and look forward to seeing that. See you in the next one.